Hey, hello everyone. Today we're going to go over how to make a tune mass damper. We're not going to go over how it rides or what difference does it make, because that is an extremely involved video. But making it, which was also fun, is not going to be nearly as difficult. So, M8 socket head cap screw. Mine is 220 length, but this length is going to depend upon your steerotube length. 12-inch, this is not 12 inches anymore, but a 12-inch brass rod with 3/4 of an inch diameter. Flanged sleeve bearing. Everything is going to be linked below, so if you need to find what I'm talking about, it's going to be there. This is an 8mm ID, 10mm OD. 6 of them was $13.61 with tax and shipping. 1/4-inch aluminum plate. This is a 3x6 piece. This is what I cut out of it. This is what's going to go on the bottom of your steerotube. 1 7/8 hole saw. That's how I made this happen. 5/8. What do you call this? Drawing a blank. Countersink drill bit. That's how M8 flathead Allen keys, that's how those are going to fit. M8 jam nut, completely not necessary. You could have just bought an M8 regular nut. You are going to probably need a coupling nut though. And you're going to need some different springs. These are 2 inches long, 0.563 outer diameter. This is an example of one of them. We have, these springs are pretty soft. The other one that I made has substantially firmer springs. I just took any top cat. Pretty much any top cap will do. This one I particularly liked because the socket head cap screw is a little slightly recessed in it compared to this. So if you end up hitting your chest into it one day, I think this one will hurt a little bit less. This is a felt. Yes, I did increase the diameter of that for this to fit in here. So from there, pretty easy. One other thing I did purchase, because I didn't know if I was going to need any fine tuning of width, of length or anything like that. I bought a bunch of washers. Yeah. So the washers are a similar diameter to everything else. If I needed to take a broom or to stack stuff, I have a whole bag of washers. But super simple. Oh yes, this part's important. So I cut my 12-inch piece of brass, and this is 4 1/4 inches long, and we have, if you can see here, there's 2 holes. One hole, well, they both go all the way through. The smaller hole, it's just the right size. It's not a snug fit. It's loose, but we don't want the metal. We don't want that. So in order to fit our, what were things called? Flanged sleeve bearings. Okay, that's their name. I'm not making that up. So we have the larger diameter hole is 0.395 inches or 10 millimeters. The smaller hole that goes all the way through, 8.06 millimeters or 0.317 inches, are flange sleeve bearings. Go right in. And now I'm going to try it dry first. If I hear any noise, I may grease it with I'll start with slick oleum and we'll go from there. But anyway, Super simple, like like a child could put this together. Got your top cap spring, your weight, your other spring. Now we get to the point where you can see we got a little bit sticking out here, so it's not going to be too difficult to get our jam nut on. There we go, jam nut is on. This is solid now. Our coupling nut, let's screw that on. We have 13. Okay, literally done. The last thing you're going to have to do, this is going to be some trial and error, but all your flathead M8s that you bought, you're going to buy them long so that you can play with this, but you're just going to, I'm going to put some blue Loctite on here so that it doesn't go anywhere. But after you've determined the length that you need, you're going to screw this into the bottom and boom, done. The last thing you're going to question me about is, well, 210 grams is the weight of the brass piece. What is the overall system weight? I don't know. $397 for the total system weight. You know, again, if you're going to have put some washers in here to make up a difference of length, could be more or less. You might not have a 220 millimeter socket head cap screw, so that will make it lighter or heavier depending upon. But yeah, super simple. You're going to need a lathe to make those holes in here. You can try it with a drill press, but don't come crying to me when that doesn't work. But it should be a very inexpensive job at a machine shop. Very inexpensive job. And it's going to work out to be much cheaper than if you were to buy it retail. We're going to put in the prices of everything and all the links to everything that you need. Good luck. If you try it, let me know how it goes. Have a great day. All right, we need to make a conclusion for this video, and here we go. Here's the bike. We got about 25 mil worth of spacers in there. Well, this is the reason why we have to get this done now. This is a 240 millimeter socket head cap screw, and as you can see, I didn't have a long enough piece of brass to use, so that's why we ended up using the washers here, just to get the spacing right. Now, when I make this again, I'll probably make the brass, you know, the full length, so we have the maximum amount of weight in here. But here's how this goes. This is the Garmin mount. Yep. Screwing this all up. The socket head cap screw is a 6 millimeter. The flathead that's at the bottom, this is the 5 mil. Now, when I set this up to record, I think so. Yeah, look at that. So this would go here. You just tighten that down. I just made it not really tight, but I would probably blue Loctite the flathead bolt that's screwing into the coupling nut. Give that some blue Loctite. This way you don't lose it. But this is also going to serve as your headset tension device. You'll set your bearing preload with this. And this was the I want to say 1 7/8" hole saw that we used for the bottom, which fits perfectly. And now we'll move on to the next project. Thank you guys for watching.